Flight Boss, bitch, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind Eminent Terry's Moon, Flight Boss, the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to get into some of the wisest spiritual information on the internet there is. Now, which is this channel. So for the most part, I want to talk about the heartbeat. Now, the heartbeat is very important. And a lot of people bypass the heartbeat. And, people just think from a physical place that the heartbeat, that's all it means. But really the heartbeat goes deep. Any fluid, organ, or any type of blood flow, any type of fluid that's inside your body is ruled by your vibrational state, your emotional state, the emotional realms or worlds that you are in, whether it's hatred, love, or compassion, jealousy, manipulation, whatever world that you are in, right? That's your vibrational state. That's the world that you may like to be in. I don't care if you wake up upset every day. If you waking up upset every day, upset is a world that you just like to be in because you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Now, so for the most part, that's when we talk about blood flow. So we know this is why a lot of people even talk about breathing techniques, because the breathing techniques helps you relax your body. And breathing techniques, the better the blood flow, the better you can kind of control your heartbeat, because the heart is like a physical representation of your vibration. So you see blood flow and things going there, and the contraction and the expansion that your heart gives, which actually creates a pulse. This is going to tell you a lot. Now, what the heartbeat is actually telling you is when your heartbeat is vibrating a lot, when you got a heartbeat at a fast rate, that's letting you know that your spirit is in a new experience. Your spirit is experiencing something it may not have experienced before. Now, anytime your spirit is truly calm, or just something like it's natural to you, and it may even play out through your body, something you can naturally do, a talent or a gift, or a lot of times just certain things, information or wisdom and knowledge that you may come across, and it's just something that you can automatically get. You don't have to struggle with trying to find it out. Then you could be it's like you calm, and your heart just beating regularly. A lot of this means that your spirit have already done that before. Now, here's when things can go haywire, and because things is always doing this kind of thing on a spiral end. Now, this is why you have to balance yourself out in this area of life, because if you get into a circumstance or situation where you get too comfortable with being in situations that you could be calm in, your spirit will create a circumstance that create a scenario based upon a person, place, or thing to make your heart beat fast again, because your spirit is yearning for new experiences. Your spirit ain't here to really be in mundane or in a similar pattern like it always been. It's here to shed a lot of those things. So if you are clinging too much onto comfortability and things of that nature, then your spirit is going to create a circumstance, or a person, place, or thing will take the shape and form of making you uncomfortable to a certain degree. Now, then on the flip side of things, say you're a person who's always running and rushing towards new experiences. Like you start getting addicted to the rush that you get and the feeling that you get when your heart beating fast. Whether it's a dangerous situation, whether you're a person who like to drive fast, whether you're a person who like to be in a lot of bullshit situations with other people and dealing with gossip, or whether you just like to enjoy a bunch of freedom and having fun. It don't matter what world you in, as long as how you're vibrating in that world. That's what we're talking about, and we pinpointing that with the heartbeat. When your heart Now, when you're a person who's addicted to new experiences, right, your spirit, that's too much chaos, and you're here to kind of settle into an experience also, or a dream. So for the most part, when you get you cling on to new experiences too much, and you here and there and flip-floppy, your spirit will create a circumstance or a scenario that's going to make you start feeling like you need to sit your ass down somewhere. And these scenarios that's brought upon you based upon these people, places, and things will be those representations, will be those lights to remind you your ass need to go sit the fuck down somewhere, and you moving around too goddamn much. So pay very close attention to the heartbeat, because this is telling you what kind of where things is gonna kind of pop as a seed, where you're gonna actually see the butterfly leave the cocoon, or the stem leave the seed, or the caterpillar, whatever y'all want to call it. But for the most part, this is when your heart beating, that's letting you know that that's getting ready to happen. It's at the tippity top of something, and you're in an energetic frequency that's kind of correlating with yours to make something out of it. And whatever whatever that world is in, whether it's a hatred world or whatever, that's what's going to be made out of it. But something is about to be made. So pay very close attention to the actual heartbeat. Now, to control the heartbeat, right, is controlling your vibrations and your emotional stability and things of that nature. So for the most part, your heart is a specific reminder to let you know when you're experiencing something new, and when you're experiencing something that you already experienced, right? So the reason, now my main reason for making this video is we're here to always experience newness, but experience the newness that we can handle, and not be jumping in a whole bunch of other experiences that may be out of our realm of reality. So this is why I said pay very close attention to the heartbeat, because for an example, when, like I said, music, vibration, your vibe, your emotional state, and things of that nature, that can control your heartbeat. So whatever, and this is why they say practice with the breathing, because whatever emotional state you in, if it's a chaotic one, then your blood flow inside you is gonna be chaotic. So when all that chaotic information go to your heart, right? Your heart is gonna go at a faster rate because it's chaotic. Now, when it's subtle and smooth, right? When everything goes to your heart, right, your heart is able to beat regularly, or I don't want to say regular for them terms, but your heart is able to beat calmly and not hyper tensely and things of that nature, because of the vibrational state that you are in. So this is why it's always important to be very careful about your vibrational state. Don't be allowing outside references always dictate your own emotional state, because outside references could be helping you manifest something that you don't want to manifest. For an example, if you're letting outside entities dictate how you feel, you don't want to feel like that, right? So you don't want to feel like that. Then if that blood flowing information is going to your heart in that chaotic way, then your heart going to start beating fast. And like I said, when your heart start beating fast, this is how you know you're about to manifest something. And if you could be scared or whatever circumstance or situation you in, you're going to manifest, and things is going to appear to be right in front of you that's not even there yet. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're going to really be able to see unicorns and dragons and everything you're scared of before it even comes into this realm of reality. So all that chaotic blood flow is going to shake up your nerves and make you nervous or worried and things of that nature, and you're going to be seeing and feeling things that's not even there yet. It's just things that's in your inner world, and you're manifesting it at such a high rate that you're going to be able to like see it almost in external world, and then people are going to be able to see this off you, and by them not being in the same state, they're going to think something's wrong with you. So that's what you need to understand. Pay very close attention to the heartbeat, because say you're naturally a scared person, right? Say like you're naturally a worried person. Say like you're just a natural worried person, right? Then you might, or a natural gullible person, you might be around a person that's trying to make you do something. So now you're in a situation where you don't want to do what they're trying to make you do. But by you being in that vibrational state, and by you being naturally a gullible person, your heart might start beating, right? So when your heart start beating, whatever on your mind and however you feel is going to get manifested a lot faster. And like I said, if you're naturally a gullible person, then that gullible circumstance will get manifested a lot faster. For an example, certain people who are gullible may put their foot in their mouth and actually offer what they don't want to do to the person before that person even asks them. You see what I'm saying? It will go that deep, to the point like you'll start justifying yourself. Like, I know this person was already going to ask anyway, so I'm going to ask. And that person might not even was going to ask that day, but you didn't put yourself in that much of a cage to the point that you manifest that. Now, it's better to do this in situations that excite you, because exciting situations train you for new experiences. And when you subconsciously train your mind for new experiences, you do this even after you die. So you don't end up experiencing the shit that you don't like here now. See, this is what people need to understand. When we're going on to every life that you're in now, you're prepping yourself for the next life. So anything that you don't like now, stop fucking paying attention to it. Because the more you pay attention to it, God in the universe ain't looking at it like, oh, this person is showing me that they don't like this. The energy is not a respecter of persons. The energy goes where it likes to flow. So if you give it the energy to something, aka you're paying attention to something, you're giving that entity a source. So the more you pay attention to the things you don't like here, the more you're carrying that into your next shape and form. So when your spirit go into another realm of reality, and the way those lights start emitting each other and how they shape and form out in that, and what y'all think would be reality in that realm of reality, everything that you don't like gonna end up taking a shape and form in that realm of reality in that way. So you're gonna end up being birthed as a baby and growing up in that life, and start growing up and start seeing shit that you don't like again. And really it's the same shit that you don't like this time. But your ass probably wasn't watching Archangel Uriel. You probably wasn't learning. So your ass going through life with thinking it's a good thing to pay attention to the shit that you don't like. You know what I'm saying? And then you take that to the next life. So you end up seeing another shape. For an example, if I didn't like these Pringles, right? So I go on a tirade. We're going around the world telling everybody you should hate these Pringles, right? Now, I shouldn't even be paying attention and giving it my energy if I don't like it. Now, say I die, right? Get birthed into another realm of reality, right? Now, it might be this Pringles might take the shape and form of a car in that realm of reality, right? And then I don't like that car. I might not like it so much I get into a car accident. I might buy that car in that realm of reality. And that car might take my life in that realm of reality. But just the frequency the car or the Pringles isn't the issue. The issue is the actual frequency vibration behind it, period. The energy behind it, period. And what you're giving off. It doesn't matter what shape and form it is. And the amount of hatred I gave these Pringles in this realm of reality will be the amount of hatred that same energy give me, or I give back that energy in another realm, in another life. Now the shape and the light and the way it's shaped and the information about it may be way different, but the energy is still gonna be the same. It's gonna be another form of some shit I don't like. And I'm gonna be giving it the same amount of energy. And since I gave the Pringles so much energy this time, my next lifetime is gonna come even bigger. It come in the form of a car, and it's gonna come. And to the point, if I don't learn that time, it may come into my living conditions. Until I learn in one of those thousands of years that stop paying attention to that, then my next life, that won't be something I'm into. That won't be something I dislike. A dislike in shape and form of that energy signature won't be represented. And you have to learn that in your current states. See, what you're doing now is what you always been doing. And see, this is why your heartbeat is correlated to that. Because anytime your heart beating fast, that's letting you know you're in a new experience. And anytime your heart beating calmly, that's letting you know you're in an experience that your spirit have already experienced. And it's already in your soul, Akashic records. So it's something you already have the gift of God doing. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you see how this makes sense? So for the most part, this is why it's important to pay attention to your heartbeat, because that lets you know you're into a new experience. Now, when your heart start beating fast, pay very close attention to what emotional, vibrational state you in, because that's how your waters is going to flow. That's how your waters inside you going to flow, your blood and shit like that. And all that information is going to correlate to how is going to help emphasize the frequency that your heart beating is giving off. And that's going to cause your inner world to get manifested in the yang world a lot faster. So if you're in a new situation, be careful what's on your mind. For an example, you may be a person who's trying to get a new business or new something like that, right? But the people you've been listening to been putting stupid shit on your mind, right? But you've been putting in all this work, right? So it's finally paying off. So you finna get what you always wanted, right? But so your heart beating fast, you excited, right? But say you got on your mind of somebody, what they said, and whatever they said was doubting why you should take that deal or not, right? So your heart beating for excitement, but the shit that's on your mind and your feeling vibration now is what this person said. They said that you shouldn't take it. So now you gotta pay very close attention. What you pushing off is, damn, I want this, but I shouldn't take it. That's what you pushing off. Regardless of what, when, where, who was the person, place, shape, form that put any of that energy in the world, that's the energy you're gonna be putting off when your heart beating. So that's what you're gonna manifest in that situation. You're gonna give off the impression, and something gonna happen in that scenario where you kind of get a taste of what you wanted, but you don't get 100% of it, like, just because of what you pushing off. You see what I'm saying? So it's deep. You gotta pay very close attention. Any situation you in, when your heart beating fast, pay close attention when it's on your mind. But hurry up and switch that. You got control over how you feel. You got control over the thoughts on your mind. So don't be letting no outside influences dictate that in the middle of your heart beating fast. Because when your heart beating fast, that's the pinpoint to let your spirit know, boom, you experiencing a new experience right now. Now the world you gonna put it in, right? Don't let no outside influence dictate that for you. You make sure you dictate what this experience is when your heart beating fast. The moment you let somebody else make you feel like, oh nah, that's this. The moment you make somebody else make you feel like you should manipulate. The moment you make somebody else make you feel like you scared. Boy, you better switch that. You better switch that shit fast. Cause your heart beating. So this is your power. Don't give your power away to somebody else. See what I'm saying? This is your power. So when your heart beating, you change what's on your mind and you change what you want to make out of that circumstance. I guarantee, I don't care how deep, dark the situation may be. I guarantee you find your motherfucking light out of that motherfucker. Guaranteed. Something, well, I'm guaranteed. You could have a motherfucking gun in your face and you could have killed 90 of this person's family members, right? And your heart might be beeping when this person got the gun in your motherfucking face. Nigga, if you get your mind out of, oh, this person about to kill me or whatever, and put your mind on, oh, this person just playing or whatever like that, ain't gonna do shit. The gun and jam or something, I'm telling you, you gonna get out of that situation. I'm telling you. Pay very close attention, and then go to the early when I said in the video when your heart beeping calmly. That's letting you know you're already in a situation. But learn how to not get lost into either spectrum. Some people get lost in excitement and dangerous situations, and the heart beating fast, and some people get lost into the calmness of your heart to the point that you gotta balance it. You gotta have the experience. You gotta be like, today I want to experience something new, and today is the day to chill out. You gotta know how to do that, and each day gonna tell you that based upon the day's natal alignment and your motherfucking natal alignment. And how you fucking gonna portray yourself in the motherfucking goddamn world when you take yourself out in society, Nick. Flight bus, bitch. Goddamn. Pay very close. Man, the heart is powerful. Goddamn.